Where I just dropped my earphone out of my ear and I have no idea where it went.
Hello,
I
everyone.
wanted.
Welcome
Oh,
to
there
the
it is.
Live Reality Games podcast.
Alright.
We are just a little bit behind, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be discussing episode 8, I believe.
9.
9. Wow, that's going really, really quickly. Backyard Survivor.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like between every app is like an eternity for me. Like it's going quickly in that like I want it to last forever, but it's also like waiting for one app to the next. I'm like, oh, I really just need the next episode like right now. That's not true. I took like a week to catch up.
I think we've only got like 3 more episodes left.
Oh, that's scary. That's scary.
We should have 8, 7. So down to 7 next episode, then to 6, then to 5, and then at 5 it probably would be finale. Yeah, that's
so
scary.
We are assuming we're definitely assuming it will be a final 3, right?
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that, especially with an 18 car.
Yeah.
Scary. I can't believe it's nearly over. Really sad, but it is what it is. Just some news. We won't be having any players on tonight. Both cannot make it.
Tragic.
To this podcast. However, we will try our hardest to get them on to another podcast. I'm sorry that they can't be here. So, yeah, it's going to be a short but sweet recap episode. Yeah.
Woo!
Fun.
Yeah.
Also, thanks, Tara, for coming.
Yes, you forgot to mention I'm a special guest.
No, you're no longer special anymore. You've been here all the time now. You've been here 3 times.
No.
You've been here more than Vince nearly.
See, that's how I get rewarded for my generosity coming on the podcast. I become no longer special. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. One too many times. That's it. You're gone. No.
The price of being nice.
Yes, that's it. What's your overall thoughts so far of the whole season, the gameplay? I'm like, you talk what you think about it, and then I'll say what I think.
I mean, my thoughts are very positive. I mean, I've gushed so many times at this point about Backyard Survivor, but like, why not one more time? You know, but like this entire episode, for example, this episode 9. It was such a beautiful episode of narrative payoff. Like we finally got to see these long foreshadowed events. Like Salvador finding an idol was something that was kind of very foreshadowed in the early game. Then we constantly would see these tiny moments between like Matt B and Abby where they would clash heads early in the game, even just like small things during challenges, or like Abby like on the swap tribe being like, oh, no one could have done a gross eating challenge because we're all vegan, and then Matt B was sitting right there and he seemed to like take it personally or something. Do you know what I mean? Like there were just all these like moments where they bumped heads, and it's just so beautiful that they are both voted out in the exact same episode in the most glorious fashion. Like how about Abby's Kaiser Sose reveal moment? Like do you know what I mean? Like it was oh, she was just like, oh, she was like Eliza on the jury, right? Like, having like those Eliza facial expressions, and then it turned into like Rob C and All Stars being like, oh fuck, like how good. While it's all flashing back.
Watching like the flashbacks and everything, and like the payoff from like the first couple of episodes now finally paying off for us as a viewer. Like it really like the continuity of the episodes just makes you feel like you've watched like a show instead of like
it's so
just a fan-made show that's done episode at a time that may be like out of sync and stuff. Like this seems really like thought over. It seems like it's really been put together like a storyline, and I love it. The only gripe I have,
you and your gripes.
I just wish there was better gameplay. Like I'm waiting. Like, and now because it's already happened and sort of been forced for Yellow to be done, I was waiting for one of them people to flip over You know what I mean? Now we're not even going to witness that moment. We don't even get to see it now because it's already happened. Like they've already had to vote out somebody out of their own. And I
Mm,
really, really wanted to watch like Salvador or like Kiara just
mm.
flip on their yellow tribe and just take the game by its horns. That's the only thing. That's my only gripe. I just wish there was slightly better gameplay. But I am a strategist, so that's what I like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
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 no, you know what? I can absolutely see where you're coming from, Josh, in the sense where, when anytime a team is very strong and going to stick together, it can minimize the level of, infighting and strategies being turned against, your own original allies. And it's even the same with the Birak 4. Like, you don't see them ever turning on one another.
yeah.
But you know what? I actually do find like, for example, the Birak 4, that they have this whole never going to turn on each other sort of thing going on. And but as a unit, the strategy that they pull off together is like, I feel like there have been some really good strategic moments from players like Josh and Rachel. We've seen some good strategy from like Michael. We've seen some good attempted strategy from Marty Ching, like him trying to
Yeah,
hustle the votes to save Kiara. Like that's
yeah,
not Kiara, to save Abby.
Abby.
Um,
Yeah,
I think we're still seeing these players play. Yeah, I
but the
guess.
issue I have with it though, the issue I have with it though,
Yeah,
at the end of the game, right? We get to the
yeah.
end of the game.
Mm,
What are people going to say? Because really, let's be fair, Yellow just took they just stayed together the whole game.
mm,
They all have the same. Really, they really all have a very similar story. They all, oh yeah,
yeah,
we stayed together. We got to the final 8.
yeah.
So what? There's nothing to be nothing to be nothing to
Well,
grab you as a jury member. It's the same as the
let's.
Virac 4. They're all staying. They're all very similar, and they're just staying the same route. And I just don't see any of them like becoming like that. Like you know what I mean? Like that player that's just like standing out. Because I don't actually
I
really
think.
see many standout players at the moment. I see
I
8
don't
great
think.
players at the moment, but I don't see any like
Yeah,
player that's really grabbing the spotlight and is really
but
like
isn't that better?
dominating.
But isn't that
No,
better?
no, I don't think so.
Because like, for example, in Australian Survivor, like All Stars, you have David Gannat just dominating, and then everyone else is just like, they're all stars. They're all there because they're all stars, but they're just average in comparison. Like, and that kind of ruins the adventure, because I feel like this season is so much more exciting, because you like, anyone could just get the edge all of a sudden. If anyone just took the reins, they could have the edge, but they could lose the edge, and we've
Mm.
seen players like Fu and Abby getting, chopped out of the game, and these were the players that were, Speedy Gonzalezing around the place, with strategy, really actually, like, very quickly, like, creating connections, breaking connections. Like Abby, for example, like, for every ally she made, she would make an enemy, and she really has that strategy mindset for everything. But look what happened to her. She was really pulling off some convincing lies, and really just playing a big role in like determining the course of the game. But it got herself
I
in
guess what
trouble.
was
At the end
yeah.
of the day, she
I
was
guess
the
what was
first one they all
yeah.
sacrificed.
I guess what we're seeing at the moment is like very similar players being like all together. Like they have
Um,
very similar. Like you got Marty who's trying to work with another alliance on the outside. You got Rachel's doing the same thing. Josh is also
yeah,
trying to talk to other people as well. Michael's trying to get in with Salvador.
yep,
Salvador's trying to do the same thing. Kiara's got inroads to everybody else. Everyone else is like playing the same.
mm.
And like I don't want to call it out, but like to me it seems stagnant. I don't know, like
I
from my
think,
point of view, like from like a viewer point of view, I just see like 8 very similar players. There are people that obviously are having that are in more of a controlling spot, like
mm.
Kiara, like Rachel, at the moment. However, I just want to
What about
see.
Josh?
This.
I think,
Yeah,
I
Josh is
think.
Josh is in a great spot. Josh is in a
Well,
great spot.
don't you think he's like hustling like really hard to get what he wants to have happen in rounds? Like, a lot of the time, it's more of a with some of these
Do you think though that's
players,
just because he's more vocal? Because everybody else seems to think the
Josh
same.
only had one confessional last episode, but I feel like in the edit, he still received a lot more like credit for controlling the outcome of the vote against Matt B. You know, and I do think there are players really hustling, and I kind of disagree. I think okay, what's Ching saying? I think what JP is trying to say is most of us are trying to find stuff, but nobody is really getting anywhere most of the time. We're all very I was about to say I actually disagree because I do think everyone is quite different in their play styles. Like there are similar play styles amongst it. Like I would say Josh and Rachel have a similar play style. I would say like Salvador and Michael have a similar play style. I would say like Marty Ching and Kiara have a similar play style. And I would say Joe and Valentina have a similar play style. But I would say there is more than enough differentiation. So like if you have 3 of any of these people sitting at the end, they're all going to be able to pitch a different story, even if they've traveled in the same direction together this whole time. Like I thought it was very interesting when we were hearing like Michael, for example.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about the having different storylines because to be honest, you've got Joanna and Kiara that have very similar storylines. It's just Kiara's talked to one more additional person.
But that's what I mean, though.
Like I don't think that's like not much of a story though. Like it's not much of a.
But hold on, Kiara's story has more because she has the whole returnee arc story. First boot, returnee. That is a differentiating story, and that's something she's had to navigate the entire game. Like we shouldn't be like looking down on Kiara for just floating by, like because she's become a force of nature out there, and she's understood how to play the shadows, but still be respected by everyone, still be liked by everyone. At the same time, you can hear in her confessionals being like, maybe I do need to start, earning the respect of the jury by doing something more dominant, something more out there.
That's
like saying,
that's what I want. No, that's what tribal. I want. That's what I want. Like I want to see more dominance. I want to see somebody completely own a tribal council. You don't see that often. Andrew in last season with The Rock. That's what I want to see.
But it gets people in trouble.
It doesn't matter. From a viewer point of view, I don't care about their position. I want to watch.
Don't you want to see players playing to win, not play to be the fan favorite?
No. Like, look, fan favorites are obviously Abby already, but
Matt, Abby's true. You didn't like Andrew. Why do you like him? Yeah, no. Everyone should be playing with Andrew.
Correct. No, correct. I didn't like Andrew because I just don't think he counted correctly near the end. But he did completely dominate a tribal council, and we're not seeing that.
Yeah, but like that's
like Salvador had the option last tribal to like completely dominate 2 tribal councils at once. Like obviously he didn't know what was happening, but
like why is that a good move for him to do?
That's not a good
move
just
paint an only bigger target. But are you just rooting for bad gameplay? Because to be fair, sometimes I root for bad gameplay too.
No,
how good
I want to see
like Matt B, for example. Like it was so entertaining to watch Matt B and like Abby be wrong about things a lot of the time. And like that I do kind of agree, bad gameplay is entertaining. That's why I love seasons like Gabon. That's why
it's a show, right?
It's a show.
We all love Angelina Keeley. Like there's a reason we all love Angelina.
Josh, but like we all love Survivor and we all want to win. Like we want to treat the game with a level of respect. At the end of the day, when you're in a game that's as highly produced as Backyard Survivor, and you're in such an a diverse cast, I think you want to show the game the respect it deserves and play to win, not just for like accolades and a couple extra nice YouTube comments. Like I think there is a reverence for the game amongst this cast, and I think we're seeing that, and it's manifesting as people knowing to hold back a little bit more so that they can play their best game.
Look, I agree with playing to win, right? I get it. I understand the whole side of it, but there are people in the game that still will have enough sway if they were to dominate a tribal to still continue and win. Somebody like Kiara could for one. Somebody like Kiara could easily flip sides, completely changed the vote. Kiara and Marty could be the two players that could easily flip sides at the moment, and knock out people from each side, each tribe, and then eventually make it to the end and have a ridiculously great final Tribal Council speech. I don't know.
Oh, how good! How actually good would it be though?
Yeah, I love this season, but there's no flashy plays, and it's hard for me to like grab into it.
JP, bad opinion, bad.
That's why I was first picked. Clearly,
mate. No, here's the thing. Like, I get what you're saying, that there's no superstar player. But I think
like, let's look back.
Is making this game so much more interesting. Like that's why I'm struggling with Edgic this season too. Because I'm like, I didn't even finish my contenders list because I'm just like, it feels like everyone's a chance except for like, I don't know, like one or two people. But like everyone's kind of a chance. You said it, not me.
We were thinking it. No, but look, I'm just gonna look back at season 4 and be like, what actually happened? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Josh,
you know, there's
Josh, shut up, shut up. What happened? This season has been a roller coaster so far of just like this last episode alone. Just look at this episode 9. It was this beautiful melting pot of just like one chaotic character and another chaotic character. Like Matt B, he started out all like chill and like he's just like the nice guy who like gives a bit of like a narration once in a while, and then he slowly devolved into like this like the Andrew of the season. Do you know what I mean? And he was just like trying to do anything to keep the people together, but he was like, no, they're lying to you, let's stick together, you know. And then just watching like Abby throughout the entire season be like, oh, Matt B must have an idol, blah 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 blah. You know, and then it all like ending together perfect. What do you mean, like what happened this season, Josh? This season is chaos in terms of just like the story. And like think about it. How the fuck is the Birak 4 still here? I mean, that's the story at the moment. How the fuck is Kiara here, playing the game she's played, having the social presence she has? That's a huge story as a returnee. You know what? I feel like there are huge stories happening here. I mean, Josh's leg, that's a huge story, you know, constantly.
Him like, running
that's the most consistent story all season. Yes. How good was that? Hobbling around.
That was pretty funny. I don't know. Like, I just think of the pre-merge, and I sort of, the only thing I remember is Fiona getting blindsided.
Look, that there were some good votes pre-merge. What about the Dan blindside that Josh and Rachel pulled off? What do you that with all the flashbacks in the middle of Tribal? We've never even seen that before in normal Survivor. Don't you think that was a really great blindside, episode 6?
No, it's a great blindside, but I don't think it's something that I would remember. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so negative tonight. Don't come for me.
No, it's good. I like to fight you. I like to fight with someone.
Yeah. No, like
I'm just last time, Josh.
I really want just a Tribal Council, like, because I haven't seen it for the longest time. A great Tribal Council where I'm just like lost for words.
Wasn't that last Tribal? Like,
no, not really, because you knew Abby was going, and you knew Matt was going. You could tell by the edit.
No, like, but it was fun though. Like the reveal. Like,
no, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. This season has been great. But yeah, I am waiting for that moment. I'm waiting for that moment.
Well, what if that?
I'm waiting for that strategic, like, overplay. That's what I want.
But that was Abby and that was Fu. We had the strategic overplay, and they're out of the game. Do you know what I mean?
Like, going back to what
even
Matt said about this, Sal,
kind of.
like if Sal didn't play his idol, just something like that, just something out of the ordinary that like wasn't like predictable in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Joey blindside Kiara, like something like that.
Okay. I see where you're coming from now. You just want
Do you know
the
what I mean?
most, like, unexpected shit. You want
Yeah,
to
that's what I want.
Whoa. Weren't you like caught off guard by the food blindside then?
No, not really. I was caught. The most thing I was caught off guard by was Fiona. I didn't expect it. I really thought David was going.
Yeah.
I have not had dinner, just so you know. So this may be a cause of me not eating. But no, that's what I want to see. I just want to see something like, I want to see somebody who's like an underdog, completely own a tribal council.
Why?
That's what I want. I don't know. I just want it.
I don't know. I
Give it
like
to me.
underdogs to stay in their place. I don't root for the underdog. I hate the underdog. I want to.
Like Michelle in 2017, Australian Survivor, how she talks her way out of getting voted out.
Oh,
puts Ben on
that
the
kind
case.
of underdog. That's
That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want.
But
That's what
that person isn't in this cast, Josh. That person's just not in this cast.
Well, let's get Michelle in. Let's bring her in.
Bring her in on the
Yeah.
Cochrane boat.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Yeah.
See, even Josh
Okay.
agrees. He wishes Michelle was in here
No,
too.
I like Michelle Dugan as well. She's like,
Yeah.
I prefer, like, if you've got like Michelle Dugan and then you've got like Shawnee, and I prefer Michelle Dugan, but I feel like
Yeah,
some
same.
people prefer Shawnee. Okay, cool.
No, ew.
Is that
I love Shawnee. I love
Ew.
Shawnee, but Michelle Dugan any day of the week. Yeah. I just want to see something that's like not expected, because at the moment,
okay.
what are we
What
going
do
to
you
see
think
next?
is
Like
the least?
I like the least expecting right now would be like Joe or Valentina to flip on Kiara. Like
Why
that's
would you
the
want
least
that?
expecting. No, I don't
But
want
you
that.
don't.
That-
Do you want that?
No,
I
but
don't
that'd
want
be
that to happen.
amazing. Imagine watching that.
would-
That'd be great.
I would
be
rather
sad.
die than see that happen.
I'd be sad.
I
I'd be
want-
sad,
I
but
want
at the same time,
Kiara
it'd be
to live
amazing.
forever.
I
I
want-
would die.
I
would
want to
die
see
because it wasn't foreshadowed in the edit. That's why.
if
I
we
would
see
die.
like Michael flip on Marty or something. Like something like that would also be great too, because they are a tight alliance.
Yeah, I actually would enjoy. You know, we're talking about how we would like to see like the yellow implode on themselves. I would love if the red tribe imploded, because there's just 4 huge players right there, and it would just be awesome. But I don't know if they will, and that's like, maybe they will like right at the last minute, but it's like because okay, let's talk about the next vote. They're going to be like split 4 and 4, red and yellow. What do you think's going to happen next round?
Okay, here's what's probably going to happen. They'll probably all just agree to vote Joe, or Salvador, and then Salvador will play an idol, and then one of the Reds will go. Whatever. That's potentially what will happen, right?
Do you reckon
what
Rock's possible?
No, because there's an idol. I think Salvador will be the vote. Because he hasn't gone along with them at all, and they know he hasn't got an idol now, so that's potentially what's going to happen. Salvador will play an idol, and we'll probably lose like Rachel or Josh or something. That's what I could see happening. But what I want to happen would be like, let's say Rachel, Josh, Joe, Valentina, and Salvador flip like on Marty or something. Like just something absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
That you did not expect.
But like,
that's what I want.
I think the next few rounds are gonna definitely have the potential for that sort of stuff to happen. Like, votes are always interesting at 8 and 7, I would say. Not on you, Matt?
Well, maybe Michael then. We'll go Michael.
Okay,
He's not
Michael.
here. Yeah. No, but I just want to see the people that are in charge, like, because you've got people in charge. You got Kiara's in charge of yellow, pretty much, right? Marty and Rachel really are calling the shots in red.
Nah, Josh is.
Yeah, I reckon.
Josh
You
is
reckon
calling the
Josh?
shots.
Do you think Josh is calling the shots?
Rachel didn't want to take out Matt B, but Josh kind of was like fully like pushing that agenda. Ching was like sort of there pushing that too, but Josh was pushing Rachel into that decision. It seems like, at least in the edit, you know, the edit can be misleading, but that's what I'm seeing.
I think Josh is the loudest, so it's the easiest way to put the edit through. Personally, that's what I think. Because out of the red tribe, who's the loudest? It's Josh. It's Josh. He's the loudest out of the red tribe, for sure.
that loud. He's more just like loud with his facial expressions, you know? Like he's loud in like spirit, but he's not actually loud.
Yeah.
I think he's done a good job at actually being quite quiet, actually. You know, if we saw him at the start of the game, I don't think we have predicted that he would have played the game how he has since the beginning. I find like yeah, there you go for it.
Let's have a look and see who's got votes, whose name has not been written down, because I think that will play a massive part with on how the season went. Ching, Kiara, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, is that it?
Rachel's got a vote. Rachel.
No, has she? Did she? Who voted?
I don't think she has a vote. No, I don't think she has a vote.
No, not Rachel. Yeah.
So them 4 players. All right. So one of them 4 players will not go next travel because their name hasn't been written down. It hasn't been talked about. Nothing is being talked about with them. It's Sandra Diaz Twine has always said that if your name's out there, it's out there forever. So bad luck.
Yeah, you can't take it back. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So I think that we potentially might lose Valentina, which would make her the longest returning of all time in Backyard Survivor.
Yes.
Yep.
She would have outlasted AJ and Kath. Yes.
Yeah. Was there a returning in season 1?
Maybe. Actually, yeah. I think there was. Wasn't it like?
Who was it?
Hold on. I'm wiki. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Well, that's clear. But like returnee from coming back into the same game, Rhiannon.
No. We mean like battle back winner, Matt.
They're all saying Rhiannon.
Oh, it was. Okay, yeah.
Kyle is correct. Kyle is the longest returning.
That is true.
Yeah.
How about can we do it? Can we do a fun thing? Because
Okay.
like Abby and like Matt B aren't here, could we just like bring people on call and talk to other people? No? Why not? I want to grill someone. I was getting so excited. You don't understand how devastated I am that Matt B and Abby both can't make it because I was like so ready to just like be like.
We will have 3 next week, hopefully. So you can join us then.
3?
If you want to come back. Yeah.
They're coming on then? 3 and 1.
Yeah.
Ugh. 2 men.
Unless we do a separate podcast, which I potentially could schedule.
Oh yeah, do that.
Yeah. But no, like, yeah, I think either Valentina, Salvador won't go because he has an idol. So I think next time we'll lose Valentina, Josh, or Michael would be my guess.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't
just
know, man.
Based on people who haven't been voted for, just based on that.
That's a reasonable metric. I just don't know.
Who would you think?
I really don't know. I've lost all grip on reality. I've lost all faith in my ability to do anything.
If Kiara can take, yeah. Well, let's do it's a therapy hour. If Kiara, like, let's talk about because we are getting to the end now. Let's talk about potential final 3 scenario.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Are we going to expect 3 from one tribe?
I don't know, but let's go through the options. Like, for example, we had this last episode, Michael was saying I could sit next to any of the original Biracs and beat them at the end of the game. Thoughts?
No, that's not going to happen, Michael. I'm sorry. I think Michael loses against all of them, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's.
I mean, I think. I mean, I don't know. Do you think they're gonna make? Do you think any of them are gonna make it to the end?
I could see a final 3 of Kiara, Joe, and Val, and I wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. I could see that final 3, and I could see Kiara winning, and it would just make the whole Name of Redemption like worth it, and
Yeah.
it'd be
Oh my
amazing,
God.
and she would be the best winner, I would say, of all time.
Yeah.
Backyard. It should be hard to beat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Coming in
Yeah.
with the returnee status, first boot in her first season, coming back, winning, being loyal the whole season as well with her original alliance. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Kiara's the new Boston Rob.
Yeah, literally.
No, yeah, how cool. Yeah, I agree that the returnee twisters like paid off so well. Like having one, like Holly being the first boot, she got Francesca'd. And then you get, David, who was just kind of like this scrappy mess, who, almost made merge but didn't, but had still a pretty interesting arc while he was around. And then you just have like the all perfect, Kiara just coming back and from day dot being like some kind of superhero. It's so interesting to contrast the three returnees, and it's paid off so beautiful, like poetically. It's so good. She needs to win for it to be perfect poetry, though.
Yeah, it does. She does. Yeah, and I think she actually wins against anyone. I think if you take her to the end, you've lost. Because she does have the original, all of the yellow there as well. So I actually think the best move for her would be to take 2 red to the end, because she'd have the majority
to put them all in the jury.
Jury. Yeah, she has a majority of the jury. For her. Yeah.
Good Dan. Yeah. Blue. How good were they?
That's the tribe I loved. I loved Blue so much.
Me too.
Because they were
what a mess.
They were so scrappy. They were messy. Their tribal councils were
they were also just so overconfident at the beginning of the game.
Yes,
like so overconfident, and it was so like funny to like watch their downfall play out. But oh my God, Josh, you have terrible opinions tonight, other than like that one.
I'm sorry. I'll go.
But yeah,
I'll leave. Yeah. You can host it by yourself. My opinions.
That...
My opinions are usually like completely opposite to a lot of people.
Yeah,
I don't know
which is good though, because I like a fight.
Yeah,
me too.
I think a fight's good.
The same thing happens with me, so it's good to put both of us together because we're used to being the odd one out, saying whatever the fuck we're saying. Oh, true. Fuck the hourglass. Amen, Mal.
I like how you
Screw that shit. No, shut up. No, you didn't. You did not. Don't even pretend you liked it. You did not. Don't even pretend.
It was too overpowered. It was like maybe she could have saved herself or put herself up or something instead.
What is this podcast? This feels like how I was playing Mafia earlier. Like, I just don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm in just this weird zone where I'm just vibing.
It's late. I haven't eaten dinner. Okay, this is the podcast we're getting tonight.
What should we talk about? Hold on. I can't believe you're saying there are no good players in this game. I'm going back to
no. I'm not saying there's no good players.
No, you're saying there's no good strategy as well. But I think
I'm just saying the strategy, like, people are trying, but I don't think they're trying hard enough. Does that make sense?
When you saw Salvador run around like a mad goose, all
as you would though, as you would.
Trying. That is trying.
That's okay. I agree with Salvador. But like, say for example, Marty, let's try and get you out of the thing. You don't see any conversation with him trying to get Abby off. It's like, go talk to them. Like, Marty's trying to get Abby to do the work.
Yeah, we saw that. What do you mean?
You don't see him convincing the story though. Like, there's no convincing.
No, he didn't pull it off. He absolutely did not pull it off.
Correct. Yeah.
But the attempt.
If he had such an in with Kiara, potentially he could have been like, hey, look, let's take out somebody else now, and then we can take out Abby later. It might be
how good was that?
A good idea for us to get it. Yeah.
Between the two of them, the unscrupulous.
Oh, it's great. I loved it.
Oh, how about this? What if Kiara and Matt pulled like a David Gannett, Matt Rogers thing, where like they both secretly like let the target face each other's team and just steer it away from each other
Yeah.
while working together. They could do something like that. I feel like they
Yeah,
have
I'd love
the connection to pull it off, right?
I just want somebody to be
because
like,
Kiara's looking to make a move, and I think Ching would be down.
I just want to see
Maybe.
like somebody have a ridiculously great reason for somebody else to be voted off and then vote them off next. Like they could have been like, let's keep Abby, let's vote her off next. So let's get rid of somebody else that we don't need right now. Like I wish that was thought over, or I wish Michael even pushed that narrative. Right? People that are safe, I wish they push these narratives. Like I wish that Michael went up to Kiara and be like, look, let's keep Abby because there's somebody we can get rid of later. Let's work together. Like I wish.
Well, that's exactly what Matt was pitching, and it didn't work. It didn't convince her. And if anyone from Red was going to convince Kiara about that, it would have been Matt, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
So
I just wish people would keep people around that were clearly going to go home at one stage. Instead, now we're left with 8 people.
I mean, I agree.
That are like at the moment. Now we're left with 8 people where I'm just like, I don't know who the Shield is anymore. Like Kiara's
that's
clearly
what's so
a Shield.
good though. But
but it's not good. It's not good gameplay. Because
it is
now
though, because
nobody has
these
a
are
Shield
the sort of people. Because people like Rachel, I think Rachel's a really good example. Like people like her need to surround themselves with shields. Otherwise, she's so easily singled out as like a Megamind player just based on vibe alone. You know what I mean? Like people like her have made the absolute perfect decision keeping the people around that they've kept around, surrounding themselves with threats. Like, Salvador as well, Michael as well. They got to keep these people around. And, same with, Ching. Same with Kiara. Like, but I do think Ching and Kiara could actually pull off, deviating from.
That's what I'm saying,
things,
though. Like, Kiara should have possibly kept.
But I don't know if they should. Like, I don't know.
Like, as much, like, Kiara should have kept Abby around. Because now she's the target out of them girls.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. I absolutely agree that Kiara probably should have kept Abby around. I think Matt was right in what he was pitching, 1,000,000%.
I think getting rid of Abby makes absolutely no sense. She is such a huge player. She's on everybody's names all the time. She's already been written down. She nearly went home a couple of times. And there is no reason to get rid of somebody like that here. I wish that.
Can I drop a little Edgic note on this?
Go.
So when Ching was trying to convince Kiara to save Abby for exactly the reasons you're saying right now, Kiara at one moment she's like, "Am I making a mistake?" And it was like subtitled. The audio perfectly clear, did not need to be subtitled. That's why I always take notes of subtitles sometimes, because I'm like, is it subtitled because the audio is shit, or because it means something, or just for like dramatic effect, you know what I mean? But it was like, maybe Kiara is making a mistake and voting Abby out. I kind of absolutely agree with the logic behind it. I don't know if it will be a mistake, but I totally see the rationale there. I really, really do. And I would not be surprised if this was the beginning of the end for Kiara. But I would also not be too shocked if she made it to the end and won. But like I think something like this might be the beginning of the end for Kiara. And
well, let's look at the 8. Let's look at like the threats now, right? So Abby's gone. The threat's gone, right? The threat that on everyone's lips. Okay. The next person in the game, the next biggest threat would have to be Kiara. Somebody's returned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But someone, do you reckon Matt would protect Kiara? I reckon, right?
Matt and Michael, Matt and Michael are other threats as well because of their challenge strength. Matt's won 2 individual immunities in a row now, right?
So it definitely makes sense for. What should they do with Valentina? Because people like Michael can use her as like she's also a challenge beast. but I don't know if that will be workable anymore because she hasn't won like any merge challenges. She just won like
Correct,
the
yeah.
battle back ones.
I actually
And it's
think
just
she
been
did it
Ching
correctly. I think she actually did the whole thing correctly. She wins her way back into the game, was seen as a threat, lets everybody else win for a couple of rounds, and then now no longer seen as a challenge threat. So now she's just seen as like a player that's in the game.
Oh yeah,
Not
yeah. Valentina definitely intentionally threw those first few challenges at the merge.
yeah. Probably not, but like
That's-
it worked out well for her regardless.
I just addressing Kyle in the comments there. We didn't run. Did we run a single one of those hypotheticals?
We went through one hypothetical. We went through a hypothetical with with Kiara and the two girls on yellow. Let's talk about the big three. I think there's a big three in the game still.
There's a big three. Is it that clear to you? I don't know if there's a big three.
I'd say Rachel, Kiara, Marty. I don't think the other three boys are playing as big.
Bro, no. What are you talking about, man? They're playing.
I know, that's how I'm seeing it. That's why I'm seeing it. That's how I'm seeing it. They're the three. They're the three I would target
as well. Like he's not even playing.
They're the three. They're the three I would target if I was in the
anything.
game. They're the three I would target for sure.
Yeah, sure. I think luckily for people like Salvador and like Michael and like Josh, they can probably pin the target on others before ever them. But I would absolutely say they're as big of a threat as the other three you just listed. Obviously, Ching, Kiara, and Rachel, they do have more of a winnery vibe presence about them. And I think that is what makes them dangerous in their own sense. But I don't think strategically there is that clear of an edge there at all. Like gameplay wise, they've all been pretty good. Like all of them. And a bunch of them have made like tiny, like questionable decisions here and there. But like, you know who hasn't made questionable decisions in a while? Josh. He hasn't made. Come on,
everything he's done.
What's your best criticism? What's your best criticism right now of Josh O'Brien's gameplay? What's your best one?
Well, his criticism is his leg. I mean,
yeah, that's true. that was a big mistake by him. He should have seen that coming.
yes, he should have. No, look, I just think he's being too loud. I think he's being too direct with what he wants.
No, because no one's ever saying his name, Josh.
Yeah, but nobody's ever saying it. No.
Like
no, that's
anymore,
what I don't.
I mean, his name used to be all pre-merge. That's all we heard, but it was always.
Well, he got votes from Salvador this game.
He was a cripple that was going to bring the team down in challenges. So of course his name's going to get thrown out.
Yeah.
But in
was he getting
post-merge? It hasn't been thrown out.
But why did he get votes just now from Sal?
Well, because I don't know. Yeah, that's a point. But he survived it. And how good of a story is that, though, by the way? Like, what do you mean there's no stories? Like, if Josh makes it to the end, having copped as, like, a million gazillion votes that he's copped throughout the game, like, with a bung leg, like, he has a survivor sob story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I hurt my leg, I'm injured. And he's like, everybody voted me. He could fake cry. You know what I mean? He could just
We've seen people with hurt legs at Final Tribal.
In spite of
We've seen people with hurt legs at Final Tribal, they never win.
No, but we've seen people like Tyson Apostle like use their injury to their advantage so that like they're not seen as like an immunity threat or anything in merge. And so, you know, and they end up winning the game, you know.
True.
You can use injuries to your advantage. Sally had a headache in season 1. Nice.
Well, Sally.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Who got stung this episode? Was it this episode?
This episode? No, mate.
Was it last episode?
Few episodes.
Was a while ago. Who got stung? Was it Michael?
Michael. Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna win then. It's the sting.
It's a blessing.
That's it. Yep, it is.
Well, he recovered well. He seems all right.
He did. Yeah. I don't get how Josh's leg is still hurt though. What did you do to it? Like, surely it wasn't bad. Because otherwise, you wouldn't.
Surely wasn't bad. Every shot we see of this man, it looks like he's about to fall over. He's like a walking.
Why is he
Jenga
still
tower.
playing then? I don't get it. If it hurts that bad.
Because he's got determination, Joshua Peterson.
I'm sorry. Hey, the name.
He's trying to play to win. He loves. You know how he's such a big super fan as well. Like, so much of the pre-merge, we got to see references to like Survivor, and there were a few deep cuts there. Like he loves the game, so he's got. Even if he's got a bung leg, like even in Survivor, you see people that don't want to be taken out of the game. Obviously, he's not in like bad enough shape to be like medevaced yet.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like. Would you cop out of the game if you like were in a lot of pain, but you knew you were going to be okay at the end of the day? Like, would you pull out of the game?
It really depends. He looks like he's in a bit of pain, but like, I wouldn't.
It's just like
I wouldn't
when he
either.
leans on it, right? Yeah. Exactly. Oh yeah. Good call, Ching. Yeah, he couldn't walk off. Exactly.
But like, I don't know. Like, if he's in that much pain, why have we not seen even like a shot with him with the doctor or something? I don't know. Anyway, I have no idea what we talked about.
Every episode is about his damn leg. I want to know where.
Let's just talk about the votes. Can we talk about the votes real quick and how they worked out and stuff? Because we haven't really spoken much about the episode at all.
No.
We just sort of we don't know what's happened. That's why we're losing viewers. And that's fine. So, your thoughts on the let's say like the 4 Yellow and Michael, that tribal. Do you think that went correctly?
Do I think it went correctly? Well, I think I think it was the right call for someone like Valentina to take out Abby. I think she made the right decision for her. For Joanna, I think she also made the right decision because she's on very good terms with Kiara. And if she was sitting next to Valentina at the end, she could win. So, she shouldn't be considering voting Valentina out. And Valentina and Joe should not be considering voting each other out. For Kiara and Michael, though, I mean, this is where the interesting question is. Like, is it the wrong decision to take out Abby here? And I don't know. I think you could go 2 ways. I think you could say Abby could absolutely serve as a distraction to keep in the game, to keep the vote off of the 2 of them. However, I don't think it's like crazy of the 2 of them to be vying to take Abby out, because she was easily scapegoatable. And like, while you can use that to your advantage down the line, scapegoats exist so that eventually, they can just be expendable. And maybe to them, this was the time to make her expendable. I think they both. I mean, there's 6. You're saying there's 3 big players in the game. To me, there's 6, and we know who's not in the 6. We know who's not in the 6. And I think they can afford to take out a player they deem dangerous when there are like so many people who have a shot at winning the game. That's my take.
I agree. I agree that it was the right move for Joe and Valentina to take out Abby this time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it just would have been one of them next. Instead, now it could be either Valentina or Joe, depending on which way they go. So it makes it a lot harder for one of them to go next time. I do believe it's a wrong move by Kiara.
Yeah.
But the correct move by Michael.
I think Michael did a good job finding the weak spot where they were willing to take out Abby. It looked like a bunch of them like considered. Like there was a scene of both Joe and Kiara being like scenes of both of them being like, maybe we should keep Abby around. Maybe we should take out Val instead. Like, we got scenes of both of them, like, being shown, like, considering it.
Yeah.
And we also had the Kiara being like, am I making a mistake scene?
Yeah.
And I think, like, yeah.
It's a mistake. I think we can see that coming forward.
But
it's
I
only
think
time
Michael
Kara's really
probably made the right call.
Yeah,
Michael did the right thing, just following the momentum and not making any waves, really. But he added to the existing waves that were already being perpetuated there. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the other tribal. So we had Salvador not do any scrambling at all, besides scrambling for an idol.
Oh, he was literally scrambling.
Yeah, may that be.
How good was Kung Fu Survivor music moment?
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, I loved it. I love the Shan music as well. We got a bit of Shan music.
Yeah,
in there.
He has a lot of music. That's great.
Yeah. My only issue with it is the fact that he didn't do any scrambling at all means like he could have had knowledge where he could have potentially saved his idol. I mean, they wouldn't have told him that at all.
They wouldn't have told him, no.
There may have been enough like
clues
for him to understand that. It's the same where like he could have saved Abby and it would have made another target in the game instead of himself. Now he is a very big target after playing.
No, because if he saved Abby, that would have only increased the target on him moving forward.
Oh, of course, but he's still a target. Like, but also hear me out. They would have all piled the votes onto him the next tribal, because they'd be like, he hasn't got an idol anymore. Let's just get rid of him. What did he do that for? What an idiot! Could have played both idols and actually got rid of Josh or something. Yellow would have had the numbers.
But if he plays two idols, then it's the same problem, because then they're gonna be like, he played two idols this tribal. Now he has none left. We can pile votes on him next tribal.
Of course. But if they stay yellow red, if they stay yellow strong, now they've got 5 yellow.
But then they would be quicker to like see him as like, he would suddenly have become like that player in the game that you're kind of referring to, wanting to see more of. He would have become that, and I think he would have just immediately been taken out. I think at least with the way he played this round, even though it was kind of ridiculous, scrambling about like a chicken the entire time, I think playing one idol and just playing it for himself, no one can be like, oh, he's like pulling off like the craziest move of the game. And I think that's what makes it a reasonable move, like not knowing where the votes are going, and not making too many waves when you do play an idol. Like being able to play an idol without it being like too big of a spectacle, it takes a certain skill, because some people really love the flashiness of a flashy idol play, but sometimes I think that's the beginning of the end once you do that. And I think
I don't know. I respect it. I don't know. I respect it.
I respect it, but I'm just
saying, if I was in
like,
a tribal council that happened
immediately,
I would respect that. I'd go up to him, shake his hand afterwards, and I'd respect that type of gameplay. I really would. I'd love it. I'd be like, let's work together, because you clearly got strategy behind you. Like, I'd love to work with that. And that's the route I would go in that situation. I'd love to see. But not everybody is me, and I get that. But I just think he had a huge upper hand where he could have really got rid of whoever he wanted, because they would have just piled the votes onto him. Nobody would have ever thought he had 2 idols.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though? Like, even if you
exactly, no one thinks he has 2 idols, isn't it? Knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is absolutely power. And if he knows he has a second idol and no one else does, that puts him in an extremely powerful position moving forward in the game, because he knows something no one else does. And they're already going to think they've flushed his idol. So to have another one up his sleeve,
but he just hasn't left himself
like one step ahead strategically.
But now he's in the game, right? With an idol played.
Yeah.
He's still seen as a threat now, without anybody else in the game that's like a big name, like Abby was. So that's the point I'm trying to get at.
Okay, I just want to address Ching's comment that to be honest, big deal was made out of Denise idling out Sandra, but then she didn't really have prolonged respect for it in the game. I think the reason for that is firstly because it wasn't that good of a move. But also, it was pre-merge.
Yeah, that's the issue.
And I
with it.
think there was time to allow other people to take front and center and scare people off. At this stage in the game, there's no time for anything, and it's I don't know. I just think it's easy to scapegoat someone if they do something out of line, and I feel like Sal may have already overstepped by playing an idol, but
Yeah.
I think it would have almost been more impressive if he didn't. People would move forward being, well, I don't know. I'm overthinking it now. But
No,
yeah,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're
I
saying.
don't know. I don't know.
It's
I give
okay.
up.
It's okay. Let's move on. Just quickly to the challenge, and then we'll wrap up with our Kiss Marry Kill.
Oh
Or
yes,
I
of
think it's Kiss
course.
Marry Blindside now because you can't use the word
Oh
kill.
yeah,
I'm
Kiss
confused.
Mary Blindside. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was no, it was more than that. Yeah, keep going.
Was it Kiss
I'm
Marry
just-
Divorce or something?
No, it was
Can we
like
divorce
survivor
people now?
terms.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Challenge. This is another endurance challenge.
Yeah. Nice.
I
I
low-key
know everyone hates endurance challenge, but I love them.
low-key
I
done with
love
them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
them.
Like low-key not a fan anymore. I want
What do
to
you
see
want to
running.
see?
I want to see running.
Running? But
I want to see
yeah,
Josh
I want to
Hobble.
watch Josh run a little. Yes,
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
Like
We
I'm
wanna
so
see
keen
that.
for that.
We want to
Give me
see
the
Josh run.
yeah.
That's what we
Give
want to
me.
see.
Why is there not like a challenge that's involving the big hill? I want to see the hill again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Oh, the hill.
Yeah.
How good is the hill?
Yeah,
That
I
I mean,
love
just
the
that
hill.
opening scene, man. Like, then Michael helping Julie up the hill. How good. Throwback. Can we just
I
do a
think
throwback?
what I'm
Can we just
trying
do
to get
throwback?
is yeah, like what I'm trying to get. I
That's
want
true.
to see
He's
something
right.
where they're just not standing there. That's what I want to
What
see.
about a maze? What about a
Yeah.
giant maze?
Yeah.
Do they have the production? Those are my favorite Survivor challenges, by the way. Mazes, but they don't do.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Often, at least I love them though.
I love one of them.
Backyard Survivor ever does a maze, I will be.
Tara, I don't know what happened to your sound.
Am I?
No, you're just like a lot quieter.
How about now? How's that?
Is it me or is it Tara?
Hello.
Hang on. It may be me. Hang on.
I'm very loud. Hello. Hello. Is anybody? Can anybody hear me? What is going on? What? Is it bad? What's happening? Hello. This is Tara coming to you from my room. What the fuck is going? I don't know what's happening.
I think it's you, Tara.
I don't know what's happening.
Can you?
What do you think is happening? I'm not doing anything.
What are you doing? Can you turn your microphone on and off?
Hey. How's that?
I don't know what happened. No, I don't know what's happened.
What am I doing? I love this. I just have power.
I'm very
Get out
confused.
cool, and I'll just relish this moment. I don't know what's happening. I can't hear anything terrible. Okay,
You're very low with sound.
I want to pull up the live stream and hear. I'm gonna pull up the live stream and hear what's happening.
Okay.
I want to see.
Hang on, let me remove you. I don't know if you guys can see me, but anyway. I'll add it back and see.
Well, now I'm just watching the stream on my phone. Oh, I can hear it now. Well, that's fun.
Hello? Yeah, it is you. Can you do something with your settings?
Bro, I didn't touch anything. Well, this is fun. This is wait. Well, let's do an endurance challenge. I
Here you go.
talk.
Hang on.
We'll see how long they can stay.
I
That's
added,
how
I upped your sound. Let's see if that works.
Well, I'll play with the settings. Hold on, audio.
Oh, you sound better now.
Automatically adjust mic volume. How about I click this?
No,
How's
I've
that?
done it for you.
Oh.
Talk.
Hi, my name is Tara O'Neill.
What the fuck? All right. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about the challenge again.
What? Is it still going?
No, it's fine now. It's fine now.
Okay.
I lost my light, but that's okay. I'll put it
What
back
a
up.
good podcast. I'm glad.
Look, this podcast is horrendous. We are going to be fired.
Yeah, look, I was disappointed when I heard Casper and Matt B weren't going to be on, but you know what? To know that I've just inflicted pure pain onto everyone. What a good feeling that is.
Did I actually tell everyone that I'm fun employed now?
You're finally employed.
No, fun employed. So unemployed, but
fun. I thought you said you're finally employed, and I'm like, oh my god, same. I am not sorry for what I did. Sorry.
Vince is never coming back. He's stuck in Europe.
He's gone.
He's gone forever.
Yay!
All right, let's do our kiss, marry, divorce / kill /
divorce. Is that what it's? No, it's Align, Blindside, and First Boot.
Okay. All right, let's try that. So, Align is your ride or die.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like you're
Blindside
married.
is who you think is. Yeah, and Blindside's the fuck. And,
yeah. There was no fuck involved in this.
Yeah, it is. It what?
It was a kiss. It was a kiss. It was a kiss.
Oh. Well, it's a mouth fuck.
Yeah. 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 All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's blindside. Let's go. Let's start with our kiss.
It's blindside.
Yeah, kiss, marry, blindside.
You said, yeah, divorce. Wait. It's wait. Okay. Okay. Who you fucking?
What fuck? Look. Okay. Let's give some props to Joanna.
Stop. Yeah. No. Go on.
Let's give some props to Joanna. Yeah. Look, as much as we don't see enough of her, and I really want to see more of Joanna, we just don't. She did well. She got herself out of a sticky situation. She's been under the radar the whole game. And she got out one. She deserves something. She hasn't been named on podcast.
Is that Okay, now I think your audio is weird. Either no one else noticed that, or just me.
I may be lagging on your end.
Wait, should anyone else hear that? Was it just me?
I don't know what's happening.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh.
No, I don't.
You turn into a demon, man. You turn into one. Like,
Oh, sorry.
You're back.
My alter ego came out. I'm sorry.
Jeez Louise. Oh god. So you fucked Joanna?
We're not fucking people. We're kissing people. We're not allowed to say that word on the podcast.
No. We're blindsiding.
Yeah, blindsiding. Yep, that's it.
So you're blindsiding Joanna?
Yes. So no, it's different. It's different. That's not.
Okay.
Get yourself together, Tara.
So are you aligning with Joanna or blindsiding Joanna?
No. Okay, so we usually kiss, marry, kill. So this is my kiss.
No, but
whatever
it's
one
different
that
now.
was.
It's not.
Oh, okay. We changed it. We changed the. So what is it again? I don't know what it is.
Blindside. Align.
Blindside.
Divorce. No. I did not mean Stop it. I did not mean to say that. Blindside no. Blindside? First boot.
Mm.
Then win. No, what's the other one? Align. That's it. Align, blindside.
Yep.
First boot.
Yep. All right, so let's
And
change.
then
Let's just change.
you're blindsiding Joe.
Yeah, I'll blindside Joe.
Okay. I'll blindside. I don't know. I'll blindside. I'm gonna blindside Josh. Josh, you were a demon again for a second.
What's wrong? I don't understand. Oh my gosh.
No, okay. Let's be serious for 10 seconds. Let's pretend we care about this podcast. Okay.
We do? Okay.
Yeah. Who we first booting?
Kiara.
Why? She is first.
Yeah, because she can handle it, I guess. No, I just don't think she did the right move. That's all.
Yeah. Josh, can you put that comment from Kyle on the screen, please?
I'm gonna have to listen back to this.
Can you translate what that means?
Kiara beep bop beep.
Thank you. Okay, who are you aligning with?
I think it was a good episode for Josh.
Of course it was. Every episode's a good episode for Josh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Josh this time. Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
I
have to watch this back. I need to know what I need to know what's happening because I can't hear shit.
You can't hear anything now? Am I?
No, I can't hear myself doing what you're telling me.
Yeah, and I need to hear what happened earlier with me as well.
Yeah.
That sounded exciting.
Maybe if I mute myself and unmute myself. Is that better? Hang on. Why did Tara leave? Okay. Tara's gone. I don't know where. She may be coming back. But if not, I will end the podcast shortly because yeah, oh there she is.
Sorry. I tried to mute myself and unmute when you said mute and unmute, but I think you were talking to yourself.
Yeah. Apparently I sound better now.
I hit leave studio.
That's okay.
Because there was a big red
That's
button.
fine.
And I thought it was mute.
Yeah. So who are we divorcing? I'm so confused. We've had a first boot, we've had a kiss or whatever it was. We've had a line.
Who do we want to be medevaced from the game?
Oh, Josh.
No, but that's like predictable. Like I want it to be. I want to be blindsided. I want it to be like, I want. Oh, you know what? If Kiara was like medevaced, it would make so much sense. Why our edit is just like so like perfection, because they want us to cry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hang on. So it's kiss, marry, divorce, boot, blindside. What?
Yeah. And medevac.
Add some more in there. Why not?
All right.
Sorry, this podcast has been absolute mess.
Who from the cast would you most want to have a beer with?
Probably Michael.
I was gonna say like Salvador.
Yeah, Michael or Salvador. That'd be the two.
You know, but like I think they're all good. They're all good options, realistically. All right, who would we want? Who would we want to see? Losing a really close runner-up, like they almost won but just lost.
Rachel.
Oh, that would be insane.
Like deserving of the win, but just misses out.
Like the Aubrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then comes back and still dominates again. You know, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually thinking like Kiara's edit is actually similar to Aubrey's. Not in that it's going to be a runner-up edit, but like it's like the edit that looks like it's going to be a winning edit, but like there are like signs that maybe it won't be.
So who's the Michelle?
The Michelle Fitzgerald?
Yeah.
Or Joe?
Yeah, it is Joe, isn't it? It's Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Joe
Yeah, like Amy. Yeah.
You know,
really like Amy. Amy had the winning edit, and then out of nowhere.
Yes, actually, that's a good shout. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. This has gone on way too long, and I don't know what's happened.
They're all watching. They don't have to be here. They don't have to be here. You know, they're choosing to do this with their time. They knew what they were signing up for.
What a waste of time this must be for them. Okay, I actually have to go because I want some food. I'm not eating.
Oh, you have to go. Okay.
Yeah, I have to go. I'm starving. I'm not eating dinner. It's like 11 o'clock, and there's nothing. Probably gonna have to go get McDonald's, which is not fun, but whatever.
Not fun.
Nah.
They have a playground.
And one name answers. Ready, set, go. Kiss. Joe.
Kiss. Oh, wait, what are the I want to know all the options so I don't waste my decision.
You can kiss and marry.
Are we just back to the original
It's kiss, marry. Yeah, it's kiss, marry.
Okay.
Yeah.
For this round, I'm marrying Josh. I'm kissing Kiara, and that means every time I've been on the podcast, I've done something different with Kiara. I've killed her, married her, and kissed her now. And then I'm killing I'm killing. I'm killing Valentina.
So that's Valentina. Who's your marry again?
Josh.
Okay, and your kiss?
Kiara.
Okay, cool. All right. So my kiss is going to Joe, my marry's going to Josh, and my divorce is going to Kiara.
Divorce? You're divorcing Kiara?
Yeah, I don't know who Jeff is.
Jeff, you know Jeff. Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey. I love Jeffrey.
He loves Jeffrey. You heard it here
Prediction. Prediction for the next boot.
Oh, good question. I should say something. Yeah, that's a good call. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Someone.
Who would you take to your family dinner out of the cast? Before we go.
Yeah. My families don't eat dinner together.
Hypothetically, Tara. Okay.
Anyone is fine. Okay, maybe my family would like. My family. I'll tell you. I know who my family wouldn't like. I know who they wouldn't like. My family would like. My family would be down with Chang. Honestly, I didn't pick Chang for any of these, but they'll be down with Chang.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take Sal. I reckon my family get along with Salvador pretty cool.
My brothers would.
Yeah. All right, and our winner pick from here. Mine's still Kiara, but I think she did a wrong thing.
No, I don't know my winner pick anymore. I don't know. It used to be.
Actually, no. I don't know. No, it's not Kiara anymore. I'd have to say it's I'd say it's Rachel.
I want to say Josh, but I don't know. I also think it's Salvador. I think it's Salvador, and I've thought it's Salvador for a while now, but I think it's Josh. But I don't know. But that'll be crazy, right?
Okay, you've heard it here first, guys. That we don't know anything. We don't know who's winning. We have no idea.
No.
We don't know what's happening at all.
Okay, I'm bored of the podcast. Can we? Oh my god.
Yeah, we're about to leave.
Oh, me too.
Is it back?
Yeah. Am I back? So I'm hearing I'm a demon as well.
You're a demon. Ooh, the demon filters.
I'm demoning.
Us demons are off to bed. Goodbye.